Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis, and this is for trading on October the 22nd, 2020. Just a quick disclaimer here before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. As usual, we'll start off by taking a look at our Forex Factory here, looking at the calendar. So the big thing that we saw today was the Brexit volatility, or volatility around Brexit negotiations. We saw there was a speech earlier from Michael Bernier. Basically, he said that here, UK agrees to continue Brexit trade talks with European Union. He said that the Brexit deal was within reach, and that really pushed the British pound higher. And basically, as a result of that, we have seen euro and pound go up. Now, in terms of other news here, looking at what's coming up on Thursday. So let's take a quick peek here. We do have Bank of England Governor Bailey speaking here. And if, in this case, if we see any sort of concerns in regard to Brexit dealings here from Bank of England, that could have a negative impact on a British pound. But if the comments are very positive, like we saw today, with EU and UK continuing their trade talks, or wanting to reach a deal and saying that deal was within reach, anything like that, anything, and with central bank saying, Bank of England saying that they're not concerned, that they are confident the deal will be reached and will be fine. All those comments are basically will be positive. So any sort of positive comments will drive the pound, can push it higher. But if they express concerns, that can reverse the move that we saw today. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. But like we've been talking about this previously, pound is very volatile right now, and it's likely to stay that way. And any sort of positive comments like that, even though nothing's changed materially, but the positive comments can make the currency move. So keep an eye on that. Now, we do have unemployment claims here. In this case, if the number is higher, that will be negative for the US dollar. US dollar has already been taking a hit, and this can have more of a negative impact on US dollar. And then consumer confidence numbers from the Eurozone. The number is expected to be low just because of COVID and everything that's going on. But if we see a drop here, that could prove to be negative for euro, because we do have an increase in the number of cases. So that could turn the consumer confidence lower, because there may be concerns with the different countries going into lockdown, or different parts of different countries, European countries going into lockdown. So that would be seen as a negative thing. All right, other than that, we do have PMI numbers from Australia, but in terms of the major news, that's pretty much it. Oh, we have quarterly CPI numbers from New Zealand as well. At this point, it's expected to be better. So any better than expected numbers here will have a positive impact on the New Zealand dollar. So let's go on to the charts now. So we'll start off with euro dollar here. We were looking for a move higher, and we got that. Now price is again into important support resistance level here. So right now bias is bullish. We do have a nice bullish candle close, but it has struggled. Price has struggled at this level. So if it doesn't go through, we could still see a double top type of scenario here between this previous support resistance level and over here. But there is bullishness in this, so we could see it go higher into 1.1920. So right now it's not bearish. I'm not looking for a big bull, full-blown bearish move, but watch out for signs of weakness. For now though, bullish bias, next target is 1.1920, and should it go through that, then we're basically looking at move higher into 1.1965. So right now, US dollar hasn't been super strong, and as a result of that, we're seeing these other crosses go up against the US dollar. So bullish bias, again, with caution though, because it is into strong resistance, and we saw price drop from here, so it can drop again. Pound here, pound, a huge move to the upside here, and a lot of this was to do with the positive comments that we heard in regards to the Brexit talks, UK and EU wanting to continue with the negotiations around Brexit, which is to be expected. So nothing's changed that much here, except they said they are positive that they will be able to reach a deal, but them saying that deal was within reach, that is a positive comment. So it's the sentiment that turns. Nothing has materially changed, but the sentiment became positive, and as a result, we saw this big move to the upside. So right now, this is bullish. Now, what can happen with these quick moves sometimes is that they can get reversed. So take it with caution. What I'm looking for here would be a pullback, potentially into 1.3080 or 1.3050 level. And then if it holds, then we could see the next move higher. However, if it drops and then doesn't hold above, so it just goes and retests, then we could see this one turn around. For now, though, we'll have to see what the follow through is in regards to the comments that came out. If they continue with the same type of comments, again, then that could push the pound higher. So this may be a knee-jerk reaction, but the follow through will be important. So again, it may just be the comments that can push it even higher. So watch out, but do keep an eye because things can turn around fairly quickly, especially with these quick moves here. So bullish bias with caution. Next target is 1.3250 back into this previous support resistance level. So that's pound. Aussie dollar here, Aussie dollar has also turned around. We across the board here, we are seeing US dollar not performing too well. So this is bullish here. And in this case, we are back into this previous support resistance level. It is an important support resistance level, so we have to be mindful of that. Now, if it goes through though, then we're looking for a move all the way into 0.7240. So for now, bias is bullish. Do be careful of the resistance though. But next target here is 0.7240. New Zealand dollar here, this also looks bullish. This one has been trading in a range. As we can see here, it got rejected from the bottom of the range, and now we are back into the high of the range here. Last time price was here, it got stuck here, so we could see a similar scenario. And excuse me, in that case, what we're looking for here is if price holds below 0.6680, then we're looking for a drop back into the range. So still very much range bound. Now, if it goes through this resistance, then we're looking for price to go all the way into the high. So in the meantime, right now it is bullish. Again, I would be cautious because of the top of the range, and only if it goes through this, then we're looking for the next level here. So bullish bias for New Zealand dollar as well. Now, one thing to keep in mind here would be if the stock market drops, US dollar could turn positive. In that case, all the dollar crosses can reverse direction. So something else to bear in mind as well. For now, bullish bias, next target is 0.6720, then 0.6800. Dollar-CAD here, Canadian dollar didn't do as well today. We saw a turnaround here. Price tried to go through and it has turned around. So actually the only thing that did worse than US dollar was Canadian dollar. And hence we have seen this bullish move in Dollar-CAD. So we do have a bullish pin bar here looking for price to go higher into 1.3200. So bullish bias here for Dollar-CAD. But if the US dollar continues to drop across the board, this one could still turn around. For now though, bullish bias here. All right, let's take a look at our commodities. Looking at silver, this is looking bullish. It is into that level that we were watching. Now it may go higher. And next target here is 25.50 back into the top of this pin. Now just to keep in mind, we are into resistance. So this is a good support resistance level. And if price gets stuck here, then this one could turn from here as well. So right now things are very volatile, and we are seeing that the correlations are broken, and this is where we have to be cautious. So it is bullish. There's bullishness in it. It could go all the way into 25.50 or potentially even higher. But something to keep in mind would be this level here where it is currently 25.20. If it holds below, it can, again, because it's top of the range, it can come back down. So I am neutral to bullish on this. Once it crosses over, then it becomes bullish. And then next target would be 25.50 and then 26.00. Gold here, gold is into the top of the range. It has been slowly been making its way higher. Now it does have that a bit of a bullish trend here, but it is into resistance here as well. So if it doesn't get through 1930, it could just turn from here and come back into the towards the bottom of the range. But we do have a bullish candle close. So once price gets through that, next target here would be 1955. So bullish bias, but with caution. Oil here, oil couldn't make it through the resistance level here. It struggled with this resistance for a long time, for several days here. Now we have a bearish engulfing candle, and I will look for a further drop here, 39.40 and then 38.50. So bearish bias for oil. Copper here, copper really going through the roof here, looking quite bullish, and it is continuing further here. It is into some major resistance levels. So we haven't seen these prices since summer of 2018. So it is definitely going into some areas that haven't been tested in a long time. So watch out for those resistance areas, but still looking bullish. So let's take a look here. So today's candle close is quite bullish. I would look for a drop back down towards 3.12, and if it holds, then looking for a continuation here. So neutral to bullish bias here. The reason it's neutral is because it's into important support resistance level, and things can change from there regardless of how strong the candle close is. The area to watch will be 3.12. If it holds above, then we are going higher. Bitcoin here, Bitcoin went through the roof here as well. And the reason for Bitcoin jumping up, or one of the reasons, was because Russia is potentially looking into a digital currency. And anytime there are comments in regards to any sort of country or the government looking into digital currency, that's always a positive sign for all the cryptos. So here we are with Bitcoin. All right, so it's gone through the roof, and now we are into some levels that we haven't visited in a long time. So in this case, it is bullish. Watch out though, we are right into this resistance. So if it doesn't manage to get through this resistance, then we're looking for things to turn. So sometimes all these knee-jerk reactions can actually turn around. So once that sentiment wears off, so looking at the, so this is looking quite volatile at the moment. So I would watch out. So it is neutral to bullish at this moment. Just be careful with going long, not into the highs, basically. So the good place to look for a potential long would be into this support level here. So if price comes into 12,390, so 12,400. If it holds above, then it will go higher. But the chances of it dropping are quite high at this point. So that's why it's neutral to bullish. Once it gets here, then it will turn bullish. S&P 500 looking bearish at the moment. Price looks like it's trying to break through the support level. It's been stuck here. It's been pressuring the support level here for the last 3 days here. And now it looks like it wants to break through. So if it does manage to hold, then we are looking for a further drop here. Overall, it is basically trending to the downside here. So here we are, price moving lower. So looking for a drop like this. So bearish bias here. The only concern would be if it doesn't hold below the support, then it can turn around. So for the time being, bearish bias target is 33.40. Nasdaq here, same thing. We do have a neutral close for the day today. So bias is neutral to bearish. For this one to turn fully bearish, we do need to see a break through this support. So it hasn't broken the support in the last 3 days. So if it fails to break, then chances are very high that we go higher. Because once we see the price keeps hitting a certain support level, doesn't break, generally it turns higher. For now, though, neutral to bearish, but if it doesn't, then watch out for the further move higher. Next target here, once it breaks through, would be 11,400 and then potentially lower. But if it holds, we're looking for 11,800 and then 12,000 for Nasdaq. Dow Jones here, same thing. We have seen back-to-back bearish pin bars here, but this is where price is struggling right into the support. So it's been 3 days since it's been holding above, 4 days, fourth one here. So we do need to see a close below here on a lower time frame, maybe 1 hour chart or a 4 hour chart for this to continue lower. But it is bearish at the moment. So 2 back-to-back pin bars, which are bearish. So watch out for the support though. If it doesn't, again, what can happen is it can do a pin and then turn around. In that case, it could go higher. But generally, now that we are getting so close to the elections, market tends to be a little bit risk averse going into the elections. So we could see a drop. 27,650 is the target here. DAX here, we did see a drop in DAX. It has finally drop through this support. It's into the next one. So again, we need to be cautious, but it is looking bearish. Next target here is 12,400. FTSE as well, nice drop right through the support here. And now that it has dropped through the support, so this is where it struggled a fair bit. Now it may pull back all the way into 58.50-ish level, or sorry, 58.40-ish level, and then it may drop from there. But it is bearish though. This looks good. So I will look for a further drop into 5,700. So 57.10 and then 5,700. So bearish bias for FTSE here. Nikkei here, Nikkei still hanging up there, right close to the resistance here. The good thing is it hasn't broken through, it's holding. So I'm still looking for this move back down towards 23,365, but only if it breaks through this are we looking for a drop. So bearish bias here, but watch out for this little range that it's been trading in for some time here. Right, so watch out for that, but looking bearish, 23,365 is the target here. All right, so that's it. We'll wrap it up and I will see you guys later. Bye for now.